Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive, and today we're heading to India to explore the world of hotels. I'm Mike, and with me as always is Karen. We're from the Hotel Growth Hub marketing team, and we've been fascinated by the work of someone who's really shaking things up in the hotel industry, especially in India. His name is Arun Kumar Raman, and this guy is the real deal. He's got over 25 years experience in hotel sales and marketing, and he's a well-known author and expert in hotel sales automation. But what really caught our attention is his blog series called Why Most Hotels Fail and How You Can Succeed. Karen, you've been digging into this series. What's the main takeaway?
Well, it's not your typical surface level advice. What's interesting is that Arun actually identifies 50 specific reasons why hotels fail, and he focuses on the challenges that are unique to the Indian market. And get this, he doesn't blame external factors. He actually says that most failures happen because of avoidable mistakes.
So it's more about taking control than just bad luck.
I like
Hmm.
that. But 50 reasons, that's a lot. How
Yeah.
does he even organize all of that? He breaks them down into 6 categories: mindset mistakes, strategy failures, operational issues, guest experience gaps, leadership challenges, and marketing blunders.
So things like not having a clear vision for your hotel, messing up your pricing strategies, or ignoring what guests are actually saying. Basically stuff any business could struggle with.
Exactly. And he makes it clear that these problems are fixable. He even uses real examples from hotels and resorts in India to illustrate each point, so it's not just theoretical.
Let's get specific for a second. You mentioned that no clear vision is a big problem. Why is that such a deal breaker for a hotel?
It's like building a house without a blueprint.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Arun compares it to a ship without a rudder. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, who your ideal guest is, and what makes your hotel stand out, you're just drifting.
At the mercy of the currents, hoping to bump into success instead of actually steering towards it.
Exactly. And that lack of direction can show up in everything from inconsistent service to bad marketing and ultimately failing to attract the right guests.
Makes sense. So let's say a hotel owner realizes they've made some of these mistakes. Does Earn offer any solutions beyond just pointing out the problems?
He does. He created these hotel growth formula courses. It's a program that goes deeper into all the strategies he talks about in his blog series.
So it's like taking the theory and turning it into an action plan.
Yeah.
What makes this formula so effective?
One of the core principles is understanding your ideal guest. Who are they? What do they need? And how can you tailor your services and marketing to really connect with them?
So it's not just about offering a bed and a breakfast. It's about creating a whole experience that's perfect for a certain type of traveler.
Right. It's about going deeper than the basics, understanding what motivates them, their travel style, their preferences, and then designing your hotel to meet those needs.
So if you're targeting business travelers, you'd focus on things like high-speed internet and workspaces. But families might need kid-friendly activities and bigger rooms.
Exactly. And he takes it a step further with something called the Hotel Growth Mastermind Community.
Okay, now that sounds interesting. What is that exactly? Is it like a support group, a brainstorming session, or something totally different?
Well, it's a bit of both. It's a place for hotel owners to connect with each other, share their successes and challenges, and learn directly from Arun.
So it's like having a mentor and a network of people all in one place, all focused on helping you navigate the unique challenges of the Indian hotel industry. That's pretty cool.
It's like he really gets the Indian traveler, you
Yeah.
know? It's not just a one-size-fits-all approach to hospitality. He understands the nuances of this huge, diverse market.
Right. Someone going on a pilgrimage to Varanasi is going to have completely different expectations than someone on a business trip to Bangalore.
Mhm.
How does Arun factor that into his advice?
He talks a lot about segmentation. He says there isn't just one Indian traveler, but many different types, each with their own motivations, budgets, and preferences. And understanding those differences is key.
It makes me think about hotel design. Like some hotels in India are built with courtyards or communal spaces, which are perfect for larger families or multi-generational groups. It's not just about the room itself, it's about the whole atmosphere.
That's such a good point. Arun actually talks about how the physical design of a hotel should reflect the guest's cultural background and expectations. So a hotel for international tourists might focus on modern amenities, but a hotel targeting domestic travelers might incorporate more traditional Indian design elements.
It's about making people feel at home in a space that speaks to them. It goes beyond just aesthetics.
Exactly. And this ties into what he says about storytelling. He encourages hoteliers to develop a narrative that captures the essence of their brand and helps them stand out from the competition.
So instead of just listing amenities, it's about creating a story that connects with guests emotionally. A story that makes them choose your hotel over all the others.
Imagine like a boutique hotel in Rajasthan that really leans into the region's heritage. Their story could be about the history of the building, the local artisans who made the decor, the authentic Rajasthani food they serve. It becomes an experience, not just a place to sleep.
That makes perfect sense, especially in a market like India, where travelers are looking for authentic and unique experiences. It's about creating memories tied to a place and its culture.
And Arun gives practical advice on how to weave that storytelling into everything, the website marketing materials, even how staff interact with guests.
So it becomes more than just a marketing tactic. It's the foundation of the whole guest experience.
Exactly. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the financial side of things. This is where his expertise in hotel sales automation really comes in.
I think we've all heard the term revenue management, but what does that actually mean for hoteliers? It sounds kind of intimidating.
Basically, it's about using data and technology to make smart decisions about pricing and inventory. Arun provides tools and techniques to help hoteliers analyze market trends, see what their competitors are doing, and adjust their rates to make more profit.
So it's a dynamic approach, constantly adapting to changes in the market, not just setting a fixed price and hoping for the best.
Right. He teaches hoteliers how to use data to their advantage. So revenue management becomes less about guesswork and more about strategy.
This is all super valuable. We've talked about understanding the Indian traveler, crafting a unique story, and even using data to optimize revenue. But what about marketing? How do you actually reach those ideal guests and stand out in such a crowded market?
Marketing is essential. And Arun believes in a multifaceted approach. It's not just about having a website or social media. It's about creating a whole strategy that includes both online and offline channels.
So meeting your target audience where they are, whether it's online in their community or even through more traditional methods.
He really stresses the importance of a strong online presence. A user-friendly website, engaging social media content, and being visible on those online travel agent platforms that everyone uses.
But it's not enough to just be there. You have to stand out. How do you do that?
It's about creating content that shows what makes your hotel special. Think stunning photos of the property, blog posts about local experiences, social media updates that capture the hotel's personality. It's about making people want to book a stay.
What about offline strategies? Are those still relevant in the digital age?
Definitely, Arun recommends a balanced approach. Offline strategies could be partnering with local businesses, attending industry events, or even using traditional advertising if it makes sense for your target audience.
I'm casting a wide net, using a mix of strategies to reach potential guests wherever they are.
Exactly. But let's not forget about the people who make the hotel run, the team. A hotel is only as good as its staff.
That's so true.
Yeah.
You can have a beautiful property and amazing marketing, but if the service is bad, it won't matter.
Arun is a big believer in investing in your team. That means providing training opportunities, creating a positive work environment, and making employees feel valued.
Because ultimately, happy and engaged employees will provide better service, which leads to happier guests.
Right. It's all connected. Arun's philosophy is about recognizing that the success of the hotel depends on the well-being of its staff, and vice versa.
A win-win situation.
Yeah.
And that's a concept that applies to more than just hotels. It's true for any business.
Absolutely. Investing in your team and creating a positive culture are key ingredients for success in any field.
This has been so insightful. We've covered so much ground already, from understanding the Indian traveler to creating a strong team culture. But there's one more crucial aspect of Arun's approach that we need to discuss, and that's leadership. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of Indian hotels. We've been talking about all sorts of things like understanding the Indian traveler, crafting a compelling brand story, using data to get those profits up, and of course, building a strong team culture. But there's one more piece of the puzzle we haven't talked about yet, and that's leadership.
It's true. A hotel's success really comes down to the vision and guidance of its leaders.
Yeah, it's not just about having a fancy title or barking orders. It's about inspiring your team, setting a clear direction, and creating a culture where everyone strives for excellence.
Right. Arun really emphasizes authentic leadership. Leading by example, empowering your team to take ownership and do their best work.
You know, it reminds me of one of the mistakes Arun talks about in his blog series, Leadership Challenges. Things like micromanaging or creating a negative work environment. That can really hurt a hotel's performance.
Absolutely. A bad leadership style can kill motivation, stifle creativity, and ultimately ruin the guest experience.
So it's not just about what you do as a leader, but how you do it. The tone you set, the kind of environment you create.
Exactly. Arun encourages a culture of open communication, collaboration, and continuous learning. That's how you grow.
It's about creating a space where employees feel valued, respected, and comfortable sharing their ideas.
And that leads to a more engaged and motivated team, which means better guest service and ultimately a stronger bottom line.
It seems like Erwin's approach to leadership really fits with his overall philosophy. That the success of a hotel is tied to the well-being and development of its employees.
A win-win for everyone. And honestly, it's a concept that goes beyond just hotels.
Totally. It applies to any business or organization that wants to be successful.
We've talked about so much in this deep dive, understanding the Indian traveler, creating a strong brand, optimizing revenue, building a great team, and now effective leadership.
Before we wrap up, though, I want to mention one more thing that really stood out to me about Arun's work, his belief in the potential of Indian hoteliers.
He sees them as the heart and soul of the industry, the driving force behind its growth.
And he's not just talking about the big luxury chains. He's talking about the smaller independent hotels, the family-run businesses, the boutique properties that make India such a unique destination.
He believes that with the right knowledge, tools, and support, these hoteliers can achieve incredible things, not just for their own businesses, but for the entire Indian economy.
It's inspiring to see his passion and dedication to helping these hoteliers. He's not just giving advice, he's building a movement.
And that movement is growing. More and more hoteliers are adopting Arun strategies, seeing real results, and changing the face of Indian hospitality.
So what does this mean for you, our listeners? If you're a hotelier in India or just someone who loves the hospitality industry, you need to check out Arun Kumar Raman.
His blog series, Why Most Hotels Fail and How You Can Succeed, is packed with valuable insights.
And his Hotel Growth Formula courses and the Hotel Growth Mastermind community provide the tools, guidance, and support to take your business to the next level.
Don't miss this chance to learn from a true expert who is shaping the future of Indian hospitality.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought. Imagine you're starting a hotel today. What would be the core of your vision? What story would you tell? What kind of experience would you create for your guests?
These are the questions Arun wants every hotelier to think about.
Because success in this industry, although tough, is definitely possible with the right knowledge, strategies, and a whole lot of passion.
And with experts like Arun paving the way, the future of Indian hospitality is looking very bright.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Indian hotels. We'll catch you next time for another exciting exploration of knowledge and expertise. Take care.